Word, and Friends. In the heart of Connecticut where hope takes flight, a team of heroes shining, turning darkness into light. United we're a force, standing strong for all. Ways, Word, and Friends. Together we stand tall. With every lift and every call, we rise as one and all. Guiding hands and hearts, we'll never be apart. In the journey of healing, we play our part. In the hearts in the Lord again, Connecticut. Oh, together we stand tall and go to heaven. Oh God, we deepen the chorus in Connecticut. We sure Connecticut, in Connecticut. In the hearts in the Lord again, Connecticut. Oh, together we stand tall and go to heaven. Oh, we deepen the chorus in Connecticut. Serving God's the only way. Ways, Word, and Friends. He loves us free from guilt and shame. Ways, Word, and Friends. In Connecticut, Ways, Word, and Friends. In the rhythm of our praise, we find our way. Singing loud and lifting spirits every day. Hearts united with faith that never bends. Together we are stronger with love that transcends. Deep in Connecticut, forever we shall ride. With every voice and every heart, reaching for the sky. Guiding hands and souls, we'll never walk alone. In the light of His grace, we found our home. Ways, Word, and Friends. We stand in faith. Stars of my feet capture strangers. Love this hope for legion. In the hearts in the Lord. Together we stand tall and go to heaven. We deepen the chorus in Connecticut. Oh, Connecticut. Oh, in the hearts in the Lord again, Connecticut. Oh, together we stand tall and go to heaven. Oh, we deepen the chorus in Connecticut. Oh, Connecticut. Word, and Friends, no shame. Deep in the chorus in Connecticut. Oh, Ways, Word, and Friends. In the hearts in the Lord and Connecticut. Together we stand tall and go to heaven. Hey. We're deep in the chorus in Connecticut. Oh, in Connecticut. In the hearts in the Lord again, Connecticut. Together we stand tall and go to heaven. We're deep in the chorus in Connecticut. Connecticut, in Connecticut. In the hearts in the Lord again, Connecticut. Together we stand tall and go to heaven. We're deep in the chorus in Connecticut. Serving God's the only way. Ways, Word, and Friends. He loves us free from guilt and shame. Ways, Word, and Friends. In Connecticut, Ways, Word, and Friends. In the rhythm of our praise, we find our way. Singing loud and lifting spirits every day. Hearts united with faith that never bends. Together we are stronger with love that transcends. Deep in Connecticut, forever we shall rise. With every voice and every heart, reaching for the skies. Guiding hands and souls, we'll never walk alone. In the light of His grace, we found our home. Standing faith, stars of my feet capture strangers. Love this soul for legion. In Connecticut, in the hearts in the Lord again, Connecticut. Together we stand tall and go to heaven. Deep in the chorus in Connecticut. Connecticut. In the hearts in the Lord, Ways, Word, and Friends, no shame. Deep in the chorus in Connecticut. Connecticut. Ways, Word, and Friends. In the hearts in the Lord again, Connecticut. In Connecticut. Deep in the chorus in Connecticut. In the hearts in the Lord again, Connecticut.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to each and every one of you. Good to see you. Happy to be hanging out with you. Come on, do me a favor, tag, text, and tell somebody. Y'all know what it is. It's Ways, Word, and Friends. and I'm your host this morning. They call me Rodney. So thankful to see everyone in the space this morning. Go ahead, wake up some folk, because y'all know we lost an hour, and I don't know. It may just be me, but yeah, it definitely it definitely affected me. You feel what I'm saying? So go ahead and wake up your friends. Tell them to come on in. It's Wage, Word, and Friends. Tag, text, and tell somebody. We're going out today on Facebook, on my personal page, on the Did You See That page, on the Wage, Word, and Friends page. Also going out on YouTube on the Wage, Word, and Friends page as well. Man, I'm trying to get my voice together. You know, it is an hour earlier, but an hour late. However you want to look at it. So here's to your health. Go out and get some of this swag. RDWadeEnterprise.com. I'm sipping on some turmeric and ginger tea. Yeah. What you sipping on this morning? Yeah, let a brother know. Let a brother know. And let's get it together. Let's get some wake up music, some mood music going on before we get started. I kind of love this song, so let's rock this one right here. Better Days. Yeah, come on, let's wake up. Yeah. Y'all know what y'all need to be doing. Tagging and texting and telling somebody. Yeah, come on. All right. Before the light was born. We get this together. Yeah, go ahead and set this out if you don't mind. Hey.
The promise to perform.
Yeah.
I'm tracing circles and the best on the sill, waiting for the world to just stand still. I felt the friction at the door, the weight of every fear.
Come on, people, wake up.
But standing cars don't see the path until the feet are in gear. I know the clocks are ticking slow, and we got a long, long way to go. But I can hear a whisper in the wind tonight, telling me it's gonna be alright. We like to stand on solid ground, we like to keep our place. But the story starts with motion, and the story ends with grace. Oh, I can see them coming, those better days, breaking through the thick of the silver haze. The divine flow, it's the rhythm of the slow.
All right.
We're moving past the mistakes that used to take a toll. Like the first gold leaf on a winter tree, like your tide turning back to the OPC. From Wage, Word, and Friends, the circle's growing wide. But every step we're taking, he's walking by our side. We're gonna laugh until our lungs feel like we're gonna sleep right through the middle of the night. We're not a monumental stone, we're a river running free. In him we live and move, we find our liberty. Hold on tight, don't let it fade. We're on a doorstep for the better days. Watch Jesus take away. Better days. We'll pull the shutters and let the light in. Forget the places where the walls go faint. No more looking back at the used to be, or the ghosts of the things that we couldn't see. Back in 25 and shit that we took a brand of lane. Realize our reach is virtual, but the power is the same. We told out every polished glass, left the filters at the stop. Right, got us looking for the post inside and not bending hard. You don't have to be perfect just to join the line. Just bring your stumbles and your scars and watch the light define. He's a lamp to my feet just for the next step. He's a ladder to my path. He hasn't left me yet. Beyond the things I did wrong, beyond the yesterday. There's a movement, a mercy, washing it all away. It's not agreement, it's not a lie. It's the color of the sun in appearing sky. It's the sound of a heart that's flying healed. The heart that's growing in the open field. One body, many parts moving as one. On the digital distance to the rising day. Breaking through the thick of silver haze. Instead of our flow, it's the rhythm of the soul. We're riding on the river where each flood is rolled like a.
All right, I think we're ready now. We done woke up. Hey, I need y'all to tag, text, and tell somebody, tell them to come on into the space this morning. I'm your host. They call me Rodney. This is Wade's Word and Friends. So come on, let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Here we go.
The alchemy of us. It started with a solo, a single melody, one man, one word, and a vision of what could be. But the road got wider, and the way began to show that a seed needs a garden if it's ever gonna grow. So I'm peeling off the armor, I'm laying down the shield. There's a power in the broken when the heart is finally healed. It's more than just a name change, it's a shift in the wind. It's where the I ends and the we begins. We're trading in the ego for a seat at the bench, building up a legacy that no storm can drench. This is Wade's Word and Friends, the symphony of us, built on grown folk business and a mountain of trust. It's to know judgment zone, where the light meets the dark, and your victory is the flame that's igniting my spark. Iron sharpening iron, yeah, we're rising as one. The alchemy of us has only just begun. Ecclesiastes told us the two are better than one. If I stumble in the valley, you're the strength to get it done. We ain't tracking for the firewood or the temporary hype. We're looking for the spirit in the ride or die type. Collaboration over competition, that's the code. Spreading out the blessing, lightening the load. No man, no filters, just the word and the love of the builders. If you're winning, I'm winning, that's a fact. If you're building, I'm building, I got your back. Proverbs 27, we're keeping it short. God and God's rhythm on the strings of the heart. This is Wade's Word and Friends, a symphony of us, built on grown folk business and a margin of trust. This is no judgment zone, where the light meets the dark, and your victory is the flame that's igniting my spark. Iron sharpening iron, yeah. We're rising as one. The alchemy of us only just begun. Lay the table, he is able, we are able. Last night was the spark, today it's a flame.
Yeah. So today we're going to center ourselves as we do. I'm going to talk a little bit. We're going to share some music. Then I'm going to open the lines, give you an opportunity to come in and just holler at your boy, right? Not going to be long. Not going to be long at all, but we're going to be long enough. And yeah, certainly I'm excited to be here this morning, to be hanging out with you all. We ain't gonna be long, but we're gonna take our time. Is that all right? So I need you to tag, text, and tell somebody. Tell them to come on in this morning. Write in the comment section if this, if the time change threw you off a little bit this morning. Yeah, drop that in the comment section. What's up, Ann? What's up, Fran? It's good to see you this morning. Yeah. It didn't mess you up like it messed me up, but it's okay. It's all right. Because sometimes it be like that, right? In this case, we pray about sometimes life just simply be life. That's kind of what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about writing your story, kind of what those chapters could possibly look like, but under the frame, if you will, of some analytical thought, some passages that tie into it. Then I kind of want to just talk about it. Is that all right with y'all? I'm excited because like never before, I'm grateful for this season of my life. I'm grateful for you, for each and every one of you. Frankly, because you are determining to walk in your authentic self. And that's refreshing, and that's awesome. And that brings a level of joy in my life. That we're letting go of the airs and taking off the mask. Being true, and that you're being true to you. So I kind of digging that. You feel what I'm saying? Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down? I'm kind of digging that, yeah. Let's take these first 5 minutes and just kind of center ourselves. And if this is your first time in this space, we do that through breathing. There's something about breathing that releases the negative energy. There's something about breathing that removes the stressors. It affords you a moment to sit down the complicated things. Take a deeper dive within the corridors of you. So whatever you're doing right now, sit it down for a moment. Yeah, let it go. I know some of y'all are, you felt that level of stress because you're like, oh man, the time has shifted. I'm running a little bit late. Let it go. Put it down. It's all right. We're going to be all right. It's all right. So let's take that first deep breath together. Can you do that with me? Breathe it in. Exhale it out. Come on, let's take one more. Come on, breathe it in. Exhale it out. Now this morning, I'm grateful for Jesus. Now some might even say, and my transition of things, my new methodology around things, I'm never lost sight of who he is and who he is to me. But I also believe that the cross has two sides. It has divinity and humanity. And oftentimes we lose sight of our humanity and I just believe there needs to be a balance in that. So it's all right to love Jesus and and still recognize that you're human. And some of us are so stressed out over the lofty expectations of others in terms of how we should be presenting. Kind of remind me of the Pharisee who gets all indignant because Jesus allowed the woman of the night to wash his feet with her hair. And he says to him, if you knew the type of woman that she was, you wouldn't have allowed her in your proximity, which raises a larger question. What was she doing at your house then? And I love Jesus' response to that because he doesn't get holier than thou as some folks would want us to do. He simply says, she has shown me more hospitality in your house than you did as the host. You did not give me water to clean my feet, which is in fact the custom. You had a level of pretend godliness that was not sustainable, if you will, in the real world as it relates to your practice. And so you judge this woman, but you want mercy for yourself. And how often do we do that? We want to point the fingers at others, failing to realize there's a thumb pointing back at us. And so we all require a level of looking in the mirror and being honest with ourselves. And that's life, y'all. There's some things that we learned in our youth that as we got older, in our youth, we just sure enough got those things to be true. This is going to be my dude for the rest of my life. This is going to be my buddy for the rest of my life. And it's been 20 years now, and you ain't heard from them. You ain't seen them. Because there's a level of knowledge that we have when we're young. There's a level of energy that we have when we're young, but as we get older, we start to realize that some things that we thought were sure enough truths were not truths at all. And it's our ability to be honest with ourselves and honest with others. Because here's the truth. Come on in here a little bit closer. None of us really know what we will do. This is why you should never say, I will never do that. Because you don't know what you would do. If the right things show up, the right situations show up, but tap into your proclivity, if you will. This is why we're seeing all of this challenge, even in the religious circles, because unlike yesteryear, you can't hide from it. The world is global. You can't hide from it. So you might as well just walk in your authentic truth. If you're struggling, say, I'm struggling. If you strive and say, I'm striving to get there, but I'm not there. You don't have to pretend for folks who ain't all the way there either. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right for you to move at your own pace. be comfortable where you are. You know, some of the old sayings that we used to say, if we would really take them to heart, I mean, in a real tangible way, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. That speaks to transition. That speaks to evolving and growing and acknowledging there is yet room to grow. So stop looking for perfection in others when you realize there is no perfection in you. Stop having these lofty expectations around certain norms for others when you know that you're struggling to live up to the very thing that you are pressing on someone else. It takes an authentic person to come to grips with that. It takes an authentic person to be able to look at themselves and say, I'm not there. But I'm comfortable with where I am. As I strive to get someplace, I'm not there. But if you can show me some grace, I can show you some grace. Because we all need it. Come on in here a little bit closer. Let me holler at you. We all need it. I don't care what title you have on. I don't care what you got on your shirt. I don't care what. We all need it. Because we all fall short. We all miss the mark. We love to use that word sin, but sin, that's all that really means is missing the mark. We all do it. Come on, I dare you to take your finger, put it in the comment section and say, if you're looking for perfection, you're not going to find it. You're not going to find it. What you'll find is pretending. What you'll find is faking the funk. And what I mean by that is, there's levels to this. Because I may have attained a certain level of self-control in this area. But if you put me over here in this other area, don't know. I may have attained a little bit of wisdom in this area. But you put me in a different context, don't know. I may have a level of education in this area. Yeah, there's levels to this, Jermaine, but you put me over here. You know, I may be the smartest person in the room in this context, but you put me in a larger room, don't know. So what I mean is whatever level that you are striving to get to, you're going to need grace to get there. Why? Because no matter how high you're trying to climb, there's going to be some folks who are going to challenge you in that, who are going to question you in that, who are going to try to find fault in that. You have to just simply be good with you. And I want to say to all of the folk who are in this space, be good with you first. You're never going to live up to everyone's expectation about how you should be operating. You're never going to do that. Not everybody. So do the best you can. And I'm going to leave y'all with this before we take this last one. Be the best, authentic individual that you can be today. When you lay your head down at night, say, I tried to be the best person that I could be today. But even if you miss the mark, give yourself grace to say, tomorrow I'm going to try to do better. I get it. Tomorrow's not promised. But I hear Paul ringing in my ear. He says that we sin daily. So none of us get out of the day without encountering a flaw within the context of ourselves. Are you understanding why I'm saying we need grace? Because grace has a way of covering that as a default. Because if we have mishaps, if we have mistakes daily, then none of us get out of a day scot-free. Not word or deed. Well, not just deed. It could be thoughts, some of the things I'm thinking. Not just thought, it could be some of the things I say, because we live in a world where you catch me on the wrong day. Come on in here, don't look at me strange. Somebody holler at your boy in the comment section. It's true. You catch me on the wrong day. I may not have them lofty words, but I only may have them gutter words because you caught me on the wrong day. So I wonder today, can you find some grace? I'm not talking about the thing you do before you eat. I'm talking about a level of grace of recognizing that you don't have it all together. So why do you have these lofty expectations that everyone around you should have it all together to make you feel better? When you yourself are struggling with what you're struggling with, wrestling with what you're wrestling with, dealing with the chaos and the confusion that is swirling in your soul, 2K, your mind, y'all. And if you want God to forgive you, and if you want God to show you grace, I beg you to find it in your heart to show that to others. That's all. That's it. It's really that simple. Sometimes we make things so complicated. I remember when Jesus is going through the field and his disciples haven't eaten for a while and it's Sabbath. They're hungry. And Jesus allows them to pick a little wheat and eat it. And the religious folks saying, y'all know it's the Sabbath, why you know it's the Sabbath, why are you allowing them to eat? And Jesus, in essence, said, because they hungry. You dig what I'm saying? If your faith cannot withstand the complicated things, the messy things of life, and I would argue you have no faith at all. If your faith is just religion, but it can't handle the complicated things in life. When life be life, and when life gets a little messy, when the folk that you're dealing with gets a little messy, Jesus said, allow them to eat because they were hungry. Can I suggest to you that me sometimes trump your rules? Understanding sometimes trump your rules. Navigating complicated relationships sometimes trump your rules. Especially if you are struggling with your rules. Let's take this last breath. Come on, breathe it in. Inhale. Exhale. And I'm going to leave you all with this prayer. My prayer today is that the God of the universe will give us a level of clarity where we not only desire grace for ourselves, but that we desire grace for others. My prayer this morning is that we can be honest with ourselves and acknowledge that we're all yet a work in progress, but thanks be to God who has given us the victory. For while we were yet in our mess, yet messing up, yet mistake prone, died for us. We didn't get it together. We got it together. We didn't figure it out. He figured it out. Lord, give us grace. Give us grace. Grace to love. Grace to care. Grace to share. And grace to believe. Grace to believe. That one mishap, one mistake is not the end of our story. But the story is just beginning. We always close this out by simply saying, if you just got to feel churchy, go ahead and say amen. But if you don't, it's all right to just simply say, I agree. Go ahead and drop that in the comment section for your boy. Drop it in the comment section. I appreciate y'all. All right, show some love for everybody who is in the space this morning. Show some love for everyone who is in the space. Yeah. Again, I'm your host. They call me Rodney. This is Ways, Word, and Friends. If you don't mind, go ahead to the website, get you some swag, get that new album. They call me Rodney. Get you some swag like this, Ways, Word, and Friends. Also, if you want to help a brother out, you can put something on it. We only ask for $15 in this space. I'm going to drop on the ticker the ways that you can go ahead and support us in that way. If you have it, cool. If you don't, I ain't tripping. But again, I always say, if we're adding value to your life, a tangible way that you can show that is by supporting financially. You don't have to. I ain't trying to convince you of anything. At the end of the day, you grown. And in this space, we deal in grown folk business. I get it. Folks got bills. Folks need to eat. Folks need to clothe their children. Folks got their kids in high-priced schools. Folks struggling just to make it day to day. So if you support us in any way financially, we understand that and we value that. And we just want to continue to bring you great content that brings us together. So, hey, support in that way if you can. Support in that way if you can. Also, you got a business or anything like that, and you want to be a part of our music segment, you want to sponsor one of the music segments, DM me, hit me up, and yeah, you can come be a part of that as well. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that on the back end. I want to give a shout out to Mon Dukes and Pa Dukes. They're on their way back to Ohio. Appreciate them. They've been here with your boy for the last 3 weeks, helping me to hold it down. Thank God. Yes. I don't know what I would have did over these last 3 weeks without them. So big shout out to them. And you all be praying for them as they make their way back to Ohio. They're on the road right now as we speak. So send out a little traveling mercy, as the old folk used to say. You know, I know my mama would like to hear it like that, you know, some traveling mercies and all that stuff. Just simply, you know, pray that the good Lord keep them on their travels and all that stuff back to Ohio and everything like that. So it's always great when you can get back safe with your loved ones and everything like that, or together with your loved ones. And it was just such a blessing to have them here with me over the last 3 weeks. I ain't gonna lie, I hated to see them go, but you know how they go. They got their own lives. They got to get back. You know, they stopped over here for 3 weeks, and I'm sure in about a month they'll be at one of my siblings' crib, maybe in Las Vegas or Nashville, because they stay on the road. Yeah, they stay on the road. They stay going, stay moving. That's how they stay young. But hey, they worked. They took care of us. Do your thing. You feel what I'm saying? Do your thing. Because some kids think, you know, that their parents shouldn't enjoy their latter years, you know, hold on to that money so that they could get it when they die. I'm not that. Hey, took care of me. It's your time to shine. Do your thing. So my parents be on the go, and I'm appreciative of that. Right. All right. So show them some love, y'all. Show them some love. They deserve it. All right. Let's get into some music. Hey, this is all for all of the beautiful people. This just was a simple song that I put together, you know, just kind of really being silly. Honestly, I was like, hey, let me try to get me one of these, you know, TikTok songs or whatever, you know, where people hear the song and then they go ahead and make their own video. Hint, hint. Yeah, you know, they hear the song and it kind of remind them of themselves. It's a kind of feel-good song, you know, to kind of make you feel good about yourself. And so I know that Protected by Culture is out of town this weekend. But yeah, so I'm gonna play this song, you know, showing some love to them as they are doing their business. But hey, you know, so this music segment is sponsored by Protected by the Culture. And moments like these highlight the need to protect your future. They can be reached at 203-560-1785 or 203-528-5551. Again, Protected by Culture. Reach out to Whitney or Precious for all of your insurance or financial needs. And this is just really a simple song that just speaks to the fact, you know, we some beautiful people. Yeah, and I see beauty in all of us. And so yeah, if you feeling this, you know, yeah, take that song, go make you a video and everything, you know, showing how you look good. I simply just call this Yeah. Y'all let me know if you're feeling it. Here we go.
Yeah. Check the reflection. No, don't look away. I was neither. Woke up feeling like a high-res masterpiece. Fresh out the gallery, I'm the main release. I don't need a filter, I don't need a light. I'm a 10 in the morning and an 11 at night. Got that walk like I'm pacing on the runway. Every single Tuesday feels like a fun day. Check the silhouette, yeah, it's giving bold. Turning everything I touch into solid gold. I look good, I look good. Step into the room and the air gets thin. Cause everybody's wondering where I've been. I look good, look out, give them something they can talk about. From the crown of my head to the soles of my shoes. I'm the kind of you don't wanna lose. Mirror on the wall, wait, I already know. I'm the headline act, I'm the whole damn show. Tailored to the bone, sharp enough to cut. Doors opening wide, I don't do shut. Confidence, dripping like a slow pour glaze. I'm catching every eye, I'm the center of the maze. It's not arrogance, let's call it the truth. I'm the fountain of style, I'm the absence of youth. Stop, pose, let them take a picture. Hold it, freeze on the main fixture. I look good, I know it. I look good, I show it. Step into the room and the air gets thin. Cause everybody's wondering where I've been. I look good, no doubt. Give them something they can talk about. From the crown of my head to the soles of my shoes. I'm the kind of view you don't wanna lose. Mirror, mirror on the wall, wait, I already know. Tailored to the bone, sharp enough to cut. Confidence, dripping like a slow pour glaze. I'm catching every eye, I'm the center of the maze. It's not arrogance, let's call it the truth. I'm the feeling style, I'm the essence of you. Stop, no, let them take a picture. Hold it, breathe, I'm the main texture. They say goodies on the inside. When I'm crawling through the skin, it's a win-win-win. I know it. I look good. Step into the room, just me, cause everybody's wondering. I look good. No doubt, you something they can talk about. From the crown of my head to the soles of my shoes. I'm the kind of you don't want. Check your stats, still looking. I don't blame you, yeah. I'm a whole mood click, still looking. I don't blame you. I'm a whole mood.
Yeah, come on, let's run that back real quick. Come on, know you look good. Come on, bounce with the boy. Come on, hey.
No, don't look
Come on.
away. I was neither.
Hey, what you do?
Woke up feeling like a high-res masterpiece. Fresh out the gallery, I'm the main release. I don't need a filter, I don't need a light. I'm a 10 in the morning and an 11 at night. Got that walk like I'm racing on the runway. Every single Tuesday feels like a fun day. Check the silhouette, yeah, it's giving bold. Turning everything I touch into solid gold. I look good, I know it. I look good, step into the room and the air gets thin. Cause everybody's wondering where I've been.
Come on.
Give them something they can talk about. From the crown of my head to the soles of my shoes.
Hey.
I'm the kind of view you don't wanna lose. Mirror, mirror on the wall, wait, I already know. I'm the headline act, I'm the whole damn show. Tailored to the bone, sharp enough to cut. Doors opening wide.
All right, that's enough of that. Yeah, if you know you look good. If you know you look good. We some beautiful people. We are some beautiful people from the crown of our head to the soles of our shoes. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Hold up, I already know what the answer is. What's the question? Who's the fairest of them all? That's you, that's me, because we some beautiful, we're some beautiful people. Let's get into this. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been really digging into the idea of you being able to share your story and what that would look like for you individually, how you can articulate it, how you need to be sharing it, even the messy moments. You don't realize your messy moments can lead to a miracle for somebody else. But you got to tell your story. Because here's the reality. Many of us have grown up with the myth of the straight line. You know, we were raised on a kind of linear narrative: school, career, marriage, retirement, sunset die kind of thing. We're taught that life is a ladder and every step must be upward. But can I suggest to you this morning that life isn't a ladder? It's more like a spiral. We often feel like failures when we have to look back to the beginner stage, sometimes even in our 40s. I'm like redefining, I'm in my I ain't gonna tell you my age because I look like I'm about 28 or whatever. You know what I mean? But the point is, I'm redefining at this age. And so some of us feel failure when we have to pivot or adjust, even at what some would say later ages or later stages in our lives. But here's the thing, the first step in mastering your story is to dismantle the shame of the pivot. The scripture tells us in Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is, in fact, a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. This reminds us that an ending isn't a failure. It is just simply a conclusion of a specific season. So what are you saying, Wade? I'm saying that your life isn't a single book. It is, in fact, an anthology. And understanding that each chapter has a definite start and end allows you to stop mourning the old you and to start authoring the new you. Anybody picking up what I'm putting down? Because here's the thing, I call the early chapters of our lives the learning chapters. In our early chapters, we were like sponges. We defined ourselves by what we gathered, right? Degrees, first heartbreak, entry-level mistakes, whatever. These chapters are often defined by external validation. We look to parents, mentors, and to society to tell us if we're doing right or doing it right. But even in this kind of learning stage or the early stage, the seeds of your unique identity are being planted. Your Bible says in Proverbs 22:6, it speaks to this. It says to train up in a way one should go. Train up a child in which way they should go. And that way is often a discovery of your specific God-given temperament. These chapters aren't just about professional skills. They're about building the emotional resilience required for the pivots and the twists that come later. You aren't just learning how to work. You're learning how to survive the drafts of life so that you can eventually write your masterpiece. And then we have what I like to call the doing chapters. I speak about this a lot. This is kind of the messy middle. Don't act like you ain't been there. The messy middle, the chapter of high stakes and high pressure, whether it's building a family, a business, a craft. These years are characterized by output, putting something out there. But the danger here is getting so caught up in the hustle that you forget that you are a protagonist, not just a prop in someone else's play. It's easy to become a Martha, distracted by much serving, when you're called to be a Mary, focus on the essence of the moment. Martha misses the moment because she's so caught up in doing something. See, the strongest people in this phase are those who learn how to edit, choosing what to stop doing so that they can focus on what actually matters. You cannot write a good story if you try to include every single character and subplot you encounter. Some things are not meant to be written down. Some things are just simply meant to, you learn from it and you keep it moving. Many of us are just rehashing over and over and over certain aspects that you need to just erase that. Move on from that. Then you have the learning chapters. I hear you, Ann. I hear you, Ann. This is kind of, the midway through the story. And in this learning, in these learning chapters, a strange thing happens. The tools that got you where you are, they stop working. Y'all come on in here a little bit closer. Let me help you out here. This is where it gets messy, because the things that you sure enough thought that you knew something, that you had it together, you discover they ain't working no more. This is the chapter of reevaluation, where we begin to unlearn the shoulds we collected in the first half of our lives. Some of y'all, even right now, some of the things that you thought were to be show enough, that thing, you had it down packed, and now it's not working, but you don't want to let it go. You just gonna force it to work. It's kind of like putting a square peg in a round circle. You just go, because it worked in the past, it should work right now. Too often in our religious context, that's what we do. This thing ain't working no more. That method that we were using ain't working no more, but we're going to try to just make it fit because it worked before. But it's also in this phase of our lives where we trade ambition for meaning. We trade quantity, or the quantity of our friends, for the quality of connection. I want to be connected. I'm no longer just interested in being around a whole bunch of folk, but I want to have meaning to what it is I'm doing, meaning to who I'm connected to. This is the renewing of the mind mentioned in Romans 12:2. You stop conforming to the patterns of the world's success and start seeking a transformation that is, in fact, internal. The hard work is the heart work. But I want you to understand something. Don't think that this chapter of your story is a crisis. It's not. It's actually a necessary upgrade. You are clearing the site to build something more sustainable, more honest, and, if you will, more holy. Stop fronting. You start moving in your authentic truth. You stop putting on for people. You ever heard those folks when they get to a certain age, and then at that point they start to say, I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm at this age where I don't care what anybody think any longer, because they've gotten to the place where they understand what's more important, for me to continue to pretend for people, or for me to rock in my authentic truth. And it's at this point you start thinking about legacy, writing those legacy chapters. And this final chapter isn't about the end, but it's about the echo. Legacy isn't just about what you leave in a will. It's the way you mentored and connected with those folk that you're around. In this stage, the focus shifts from what can I get to what can I give. 2 Timothy 4:7 says it's like this: I've fought the good fight, I've finished the race, I've kept the faith. This is the chapter of synthesis, where all of the previous pain, joy, wisdom culminate in a sense of peace. You realize that while you didn't control every plot twist, you mastered the theme of your life. You become the elder who speaks truth into the learning chapters of others. And I'm going to leave you with this, because here's the most vital truth you must carry. Here it is. Your story ain't their story. Your story ain't their story. That was a little ebonics. Some of y'all may need me to clear it up. Your story is not their story. We spend so much time trying to live a sequel to our parents' lives or a carbon copy of our neighbor's success, but one day you're going to write your own bestseller, or maybe you won't. Maybe you'll just live a life that's true to you. And no matter what you do, the chapters of your story, they belong to you. Not to your critics, not to your past, and not to the expectations of people who don't have to live with your consequences. It is a life true to you in all of its messy and beautiful glory. Others may have given you life, but the story is yours to write. You are the one who has to stand before the Creator and account for the stewardship of your specific journey. Matthew 25:14-30. Don't hand the pen to someone else who doesn't understand your story. Come on in here a little bit closer. I'm going to give you this one for free, because that's what we're doing. Many of us are handing the pen to someone else to write our story, and they don't truly understand your heart. We often live as if we are reading our lives, waiting to see what happens next, as if we are passive observers of our own faith. But the secret to a life well lived is realizing that you are the one who, in fact, is holding the pen. If you find yourself in a chapter that no longer fits, or a story that feels like it was written by someone else, remember, you are allowed to end a paragraph and start a new one. Yeah, you're allowed to end that paragraph and start a new one. Your story isn't defined by one single page, but by the courage it took to keep on writing. So let me give you these affirmations. I hold the pen. Number one, I hold the pen. I am, in fact, the primary architect of my journey. While I cannot control every plot twist, I choose how I respond to them and how the story continues. I will not let someone else's expectation write my dialogue. Number two, my messy is a part of the beautiful. My messy is a part of the beautiful. I embrace the chapters of struggle as much as the chapters of success. Every setback is a setup for a deeper, more authentic narrative. Write this down. My scars are just proof that I survived the first draft. My scars are just proof that I survived the first draft. Number 3, my story is unique. Not a sequel I release. Not a sequel. I release the need to compare my chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. I honor my own pace and my own purpose because my story ain't their story. And my path is mine alone. My story ain't their story. And my path is mine alone. I am allowed to start over. No matter how long I've stayed in a chapter that doesn't fit, I have the divine permission to turn the page and begin a new paragraph today. It's never too late to write a life that is true to me. It is never too late to write a life that is true to me. And then finally, I am the steward of my soul. Others may have given me life, but I am the one responsible for the story I create with it. I choose a life of messy and beautiful glory over a life of comfortable imitation. Yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all. Yeah. Y'all getting this one for free. You ain't got to drop 15 on this one, but you should. I choose a life of messy and beautiful glory over a life of comfortable imitations. This story ain't their story. This story is yours.
They handed you a map before you learned to walk. Filled in the blanks before you learned to talk. They gave you the ink, they gave you the breath, but they can't dictate what happens next, because that story ain't your story, no. And you got a long, long way to go. One day you're gonna write your own bestseller, or maybe you just walk into the light. Oh, but no matter what you do, the chapters belong to you. The pen is heavy, but the grip is tight. A life true to me, and all of its messy and beautiful glory. It's not always polished, it's not always clean. There's a lot of lost in the in-between. They may have given you life, that much is true, but they didn't live the days that belong to you. So tear out the pages that don't feel right. You're the only author in the room tonight. There are coffee stains on the middle of the page from the nights you spent just pacing around the cage. And some lines are crossed out heavy and dark where you try tried to be someone who didn't leave a mark, but the typos are the parts where you finally got a real. The jagged little edges are the only way to feel. The ink might smudge and the margins might fray, but there's beauty in the things you choose to say. It's a life true to you, through the highs and the lows, where the character changes and the narrative grows. One day you're gonna write your own bestseller, or maybe you'll just walk into the light. Oh, but no matter what you do, the chapters belong to you. The pen is heavy, but the grip is tight. Like true to me, our love is messy and beautiful glory. It's not a fairy tale, no. It's a living thing, with the weight of the winter and the breath of the spring. It's a living thing. The ink might smudge and the margins might fray, but there's beauty in the things you choose to say. One day you're gonna write your own bestseller, or maybe you'll just walk into the light. Oh, but no matter what you do, the chapters belong to you. The pen is heavy, but the grip is tight. True to me, and all of this messy and beautiful glory.
Hey,
The story is yours to write. Yeah, the story is yours to write. A life true to me.
yeah, the story is yours to write. Listen, I'm gonna drop the link real quick, give you an opportunity to pop in if you want to pop in and holler at your boy. Again, you don't need any special technology or whatever. Once I drop it in the comments section, you just click on the link and you can come in. If you don't want to come in on camera, you don't have to. Just click the link, don't turn on your camera. You don't have to download anything onto your phone. You'll come back into the green room and I'll bring you in and you can, share with your boy. The link has gone out. It's in the comments section. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the screen as well. So just click on the link, come on in, holler at your boy. We'd love to hear from you. And again, you don't have to come in on camera. We would love to see your beautiful face, but I get it. I understand it. But hey, come on, let me hear from you. Tell me what you thought, questions, quagmires about the conversation today. All right, we got Precious in the room.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. What's going on, Precious?
Well, this was I love this pure gold that you gave us this morning.
Yeah.
If anybody is listening, you better have put something on it. You dropped too many bars this morning. Come on now.
yeah,
Uh-oh.
absolutely.
Yeah. So my voice is a little gone. Whitney's not on today. Her voice is completely gone.
Yeah.
So you already know she a little on the raspy
yeah,
side. So she already
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. I
she
know.
we had a fantastic time though at the event yesterday. Just got inspired. So I love how you tie everything together. Like whatever you're saying and you have the song to go with it. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
just meant to be heard everywhere. I love what you said today. I'm in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm writing my own documentary. I want to
Exactly.
write my own documentary. I don't want nobody writing a story for me. I want to be, every time you preach, you're always talking about walking your authentic self. It always ties into that.
Yeah,
Be authentic.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
it
absolutely.
just like, it reminds me of like, when you be like, you ain't gotta lie to kick it, you ain't gotta lie
Yeah.
to kick it. You know, just be
Exactly.
not to hang out with us, just be yourself. That's it.
Just be yourself.
Bring
That's
your
it.
authentic
That's it.
self and
Yeah,
and participate and just
yeah,
you
yeah.
do so much just to get the word to us and show us other ways of how to
Mm-hmm.
enter that door. You
Mm-hmm.
show us different ways on how to know your God and know your
Mm,
higher power. You teach us other ways on how to do that.
mhm,
Like you were
mhm.
saying earlier, those other ways they're not working anymore.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
time to do something different. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can't be mad at me because I want to do it a different way. I'm doing the same thing you're doing, but it's my way.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, find your truth. I think that's the key, right? Find your truth. Whether we're talking about our creative, find, that's an internal thing, a heart thing. If you want to express it in different methodologies, cool. Nobody's tripping off of that. But also recognize, sometimes we just doing things to do things, not because we want it to be well with our creator, but really we're afraid of the ones who are around us, and so we fronting for them. You follow what I'm saying? Instead of
Mm-hmm.
navigating in our own truth because we're afraid of what they may think. When ultimately it's not really about how I think; it's really about how does he think. You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
so when you come to grips with those truths, then you can walk in your authentic truth because you move beyond. You get to a place in your life where you move beyond fairy tale. And what I mean by that is, I'm just going to keep front for these people because that makes them feel good, and then ultimately it makes me feel good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because one, there's a feeling like, "Ooh, I got over on them." You follow what I'm saying? But then I forgot where I was. I forgot where I was. I was someplace or whatever. I think we had one of the events or whatever, and I was going in to get some wine or whatever. And I saw a few people, church people, they in there too. You follow what I'm saying? And now they
Uh-huh.
want to hide like they ain't in there for you in the liquor store. I know what you
Yeah.
in here for. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Because don't be trying to
Yeah,
act like you coming to play some
I'm
numbers.
just getting some bottled wine, but I know what you in here for. You know what I mean? Stop front. You know?
Yeah. They over there hiding
And
behind the wine.
yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna go get my bottle of wine. I'm gonna check out, and I'm out. I ain't studying you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this is these are some of the things we do. It's like, you in here. They only got this in here. So you in here. You ain't in here to get a Twinkie. You follow what I'm saying? That's what this is. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm sorry. I went off on the tangent on that. I'm sorry, y'all, but y'all get my point.
No, it's
Hey,
true.
we got Duchess in here. Let me bring Duchess in the room. Duchess, what's up?
Good morning, Rodney. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Good morning to
That's
you.
good.
What's on your
How,
mind?
how much did you cry when your mama left yesterday?
I didn't cry. They left this morning and they snuck out. They hit me with the text. We didn't
Okay.
want to wake. We didn't want to wake anybody up. We on the road. You know what I mean? They
No,
click like that.
the message was on point this morning because I agree. I have gotten to the age where I don't care what nobody say now because I look back over my life and I know how bad I was and how great I am now. I'm like you. I look good for where I've been through.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
There's
my
there's there's a
thing.
poor there's a poor frog that don't like his own pond. You follow what I'm saying?
Got that right.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
my
just
thing.
and that's it. Hey, we appreciate you popping in and sharing that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I look good. You follow what I'm saying? And when you feel that, I mean, when you really feel that internally, it moves you beyond shame.
Yes.
People want to keep you in this cycle of shame. You follow what I'm saying? But when you recognize, man, listen, I've been through a lot of things. I've been
Oh
through a lot of
yeah.
situations, but I'm still standing. My faith is still strong. If you went through some of the things that I've been through, you would have lost your mind. But I'm still here. I look good. You follow what I'm saying? And so
Exactly.
there's nothing wrong with celebrating that. There's nothing wrong with celebrating that. Yeah. So I appreciate you this morning.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. You too. You too. All right. The link is up. Do we got anyone else who want to pop in? Let me put it back up real quick. Duchess, I'm gonna mute you because I hear you on the background. All right. But stay on. Stay on. All right, the link has gone back up. Anyone yeah, we want to hear from you. Come on in. We love to hear from you. Appreciate Duchess. Appreciate Precious. Wit, gotta get you some of this turmeric and ginger tea. You know, throw a little lemon in there for the throat. You know, get that raspiness out of there. You know what I'm saying? I know what that feel like. All right, who else is going to pop in and holler at your boy this morning? All right, okay. Well, we had a few folks come in. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go out with this last song, and then we'll hit a closeout song. But let's hear this one more time. I Look Good. Yeah, because y'all do. Hey, love y'all so much. This is Ways, Word, and Friends. Make sure, if you can, to put something on it. I'll drop the link one more time on how you can support in that particular way. We only ask for $15 in this space. Again, we've gone out today on Facebook, my personal page, the Did You See That page, the Ways, Word, and Friends page. We're also going out today on YouTube, Ways, Word, and Friends. Later on, we're going to drop, also we're on Twitch as well this morning. Later on, we're going to drop some content on Instagram and TikTok. If you have not connected on all of our platforms, go ahead and do that. It don't cost you nothing to do that. Come on, support your boy. Yeah, especially if you here on the Facebook side, go ahead on that Ways, Word, and Friends. Yeah, like that page and everything like that. We need to get that number up just a little bit, but we're doing really well on YouTube and all of our other space. We're actually doing really well on all of our platforms. I'm so excited about that. Our reach is just, my goodness. Yeah, we're doing really well. So support us in what we're doing. If you can't give financially, yeah, subscribe. Simple as that. Don't cost you nothing. There's no monetary connected to you subscribing. Share out. If we've added value, take those little clips that I put out there, share them. Take the long form version, share that out. That's how you can help us. Hey, we appreciate each and every one of y'all. Yeah, let's go out this way one more time. Actually, I'm going to play. This is one of my favorite. These two are one of my favorite songs. So I just want to hear it just a little bit more. I call this one My Groove and Grown Folks Business. It's all right, y'all. Summer's on the way. Able to pull the shades back out. Yeah, t-shirts and all of that stuff. This Ways, Word, and Friends. Hey! With the sun on my face. Come on. Got the crew on my back. Like a royal embrace. Hands rough, but the work's been kind. Yeah. The sunset colors in the back of my mind. I got my groove and it's slick like ice. Hey. Slide to the left, now bounce it twice. Bills paid, bread's on the table. Ain't no stories, just facts and a fable. Every move we make is a calculated chase. We ain't just dreaming, now we setting the pace. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Let the groove take over. Feel that heat. Oh yeah, oh yeah. They wanna know how we do it, how we run. But the answer's simple, baby. We are one. Oh, it's a quiet kind of pride. Shoulders heavy, hey, hearts open wide. My groove, my groove, can't lose. Folks, turn it up, turn it up. Let the funk improve. Yeah, now, stepping out fresh, the paper's thin. Shores to the rhythm, where did we begin? Shake it low, now bring it high. We're soaring up like stars in the sky. Kids grown, but the calls still come. Like hey, I'm out here. Love y'all so much. Y'all know what this is. Mama's voice on the wind. Don't meddle where you don't belong. Child, this ain't your life. The whispers in the kitchen, clinky cups and sides. What's hidden in their glances, what's behind those tired eyes. And all of our faces, it's our groove. Never playing.
lessons wrapped in riddles, a grown folk refrain. Feel the beat, it's alive, alive. A little funky magic keeps the vibe alive. Grown folk business, stay in your lane. It's a world of hard truths, joy and pain. We up one, yeah, we up one. We glow like the sun, stacking our wins one by one. Grown folk business, not meant for the young. A song unsung, a bell yet rung. My groove, my groove, my groove.
We out of here, y'all. Peace, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. The river shifted in the middle of the night. Now I'm a breeze standing over dry ground, looking for the light. I'm still painting the walls of a house that fell down, holding a scepter and a ghost of a town. I'm a new creation, but I'm wearing no clothes, trying to bloom where the winter still glows. Oh, yeah. I heard a whisper and it didn't just grow. A new thing is rising, taking hold of my soul. I'm deleting the files, I'm clearing the screen, stepping out of the woods and into the scene. Oh, I'm leaving back in the past. Your chains were heavy, but they weren't built to last. I'm jettisoning the weight, I'm letting go of the stones. I'm finding the marrow inside of these bones. From the ashes to the fire, from the shoreline to the sea. I'm leaving the used to be to find me. I held a trial for a crime already paid, rehearsing the trauma and the plans that I made. But the courtroom is empty and the judge is gone home. Why am I sitting in the dark all alone? The sunk cost is over, I'm walking out the door. I don't owe that version of me anything anymore. Yeah, I'm leaving back in the past. The chains were heavy, but they weren't built to last. I'm jettisoning the weight, I'm letting go of the stones. I'm finding the marrow inside of these bones. From the ashes to the fire, from the shoreline to the sea.